election, President Trump said that a new vision would govern our land. It's going to be only America first. America first. And that's what it has to be. It has to be America first on immigration. It has to be America first on trade. It has to be America first on these foreign wars that are not fought for our interests, that never end. And understand something. President Trump is the only one that represents America first. What the Democrats are trying to do now is they are trying to convince all of you that it would be easier for us to surrender to their voter fraud. Joe Biden has been telling us that it's time to heal the nation. It's time to listen to each other. Do you believe for 1 second that Joe Biden wants to listen to any of us? Of course not. Joe Biden hates us. The Democrats hate us. The globalist establishment that runs this country has contempt for each and every one of you and for our interests. They are telling you that we have to heal the country and lower the temperature because they want you to think that it would be easier to let them get away with the fraud. They want you to choose peace over a continued revolution against the establishment. They think that people would say, we know that the fraud occurred, but maybe if the system gets what it wants, it will relent a little bit and life will be easier. But that is a lie. They are telling us that we have to turn down the temperature and heal the nation so that we will be quiet just long enough for them to get rid of President Trump. And once they get rid of President Trump, everything that has been directed against him, the lies, the slander, the investigations, all this phony business will be directed against all of you, against Trump voters. Because the truth is that President Trump is the only thing that stands in the way between all of them and us. And that's why we have to protect him at any cost. And that's why we have to turn out to these state capitals. And we have to name the Republicans. We have to name the governors. We have to name the state legislators. Okay, here's a name. How about Governor Doug Ducey? The terrible Governor Doug Ducey, who's presided over this disastrous lockdown and can't do anything to defend our president. Doug Ducey, we know your name, and we know when you're up for election again, and we'll remember what you did in the past few weeks. We'll remember that on Election Day, will we not? And the same goes for Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia. Governor Brian Kemp owes his political career to President Donald Trump. And at the same time, Governor Brian Kemp has presided over the most phony and fraudulent election in American history. He has presided over a fake recount. A fake recount designed to assuage Republican voters like yourself. They say we're conducting a recount so that all of us say, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And then meanwhile, they don't verify signatures on the ballots. They don't verify addresses on the ballots. They don't check and see if the people voting in Georgia even live in Georgia. They don't even check and see if the people are even alive anymore. You call that a ballot audit? That's a farce. It is a fraud, and Brian Kemp is responsible for it. And then he comes out last Friday, after me and Alex Jones and Ali rallied for a week, and he says after the votes are certified, really convenient timing, after the votes are certified, he says, well, now I think it's time for an audit. Well, you know what, Governor Brian Kemp? It's a little bit too late. It is a little bit too late.